Hey guys, Zen here, and today I wanted to bring you a video talking about some of the changes that will be happening to Ranked as part of Ubisoft's new anti-cheating measures. Ever since the news broke out that Ubisoft has actually acknowledged these cheatings and have actually dealt with some of these hackers as a part of a hotfix that was just deployed, a lot of people have been expressing some concern over some of the decisions that they're going to be making. So to quickly backtrack for those of you guys that haven't been really locked onto this news, there's been a massive cheating epidemic on PC for Rainbow Six Siege. Players have been able to hack the game in multiple different ways, by teleportation, where they effectively teleport right in front of you, aimbot, where they're able to lock onto your head anywhere on the map and headshot you very easily, and of course wall hacks, being able to see you through the wall, similar to Lion in that way. Now, for a long time, Ubisoft really didn't say anything and really didn't have anything in place to help alleviate some of these problems. Really, the community felt at a loss if we were going to hear anything at all from the developers of this game, until finally they posted a blog and they detailed some of the things that they plan on doing to help combat this. Now, there are a few things, and not all of these things are deemed unfair or things that the community doesn't really like, but there are some things that people aren't very happy with. So to start things off, one of the first things that they're going to be doing, and one of the most prominent and most important things I think they can do, is requiring that all people that want to play Ranked use two-step verification on their account. Now, I actually agree with this. This will actually lower the ranked pool quite a bit because it's another factor, another barrier into getting into the playlist, but forcing players to add this extra layer of security really only benefits everyone. Think about how easy it is to create a new Uplay account and just start playing Rainbow Six. It's actually very easy. Really, all you need to verify is an email address. Now, when you add this two-step verification, a lot of the times you need an app and you need a phone and sometimes a phone number, multiple different ways to get in contact with you in case you don't have access to your account. But generally speaking, I think this is a good thing. Now, I realize not everyone has a phone, and this may actually segregate a large part of the younger community because a lot of younger people don't have cell phones and don't have this Google authentication app. So in general, yes, it will affect the population like I said, but I think overall having a safer, more secure ranked environment is only a beneficial thing. So in general, I do support this. Now, this also heavily protects against MMR boosting and people that just want to make new accounts and get them to diamond and continuously do this. Well, now they have to lock this account up and really have it secure and really have all these different things in place, which is just extra layers that people don't want to have to go through when they're doing this kind of thing. There's a black market online for diamond Rainbow Six Siege accounts for 2.0 KDs. I mean, some of this stuff will actually surprise you, and it will actually surprise you how much people will actually pay for some of this stuff. Back in the day, I know a lot of you guys heard about that whole CSGO lotto scam and some of the stuff that happened with some of the skin sites with CSGO. Some of those skins went for upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars. It can actually be quite ridiculous, and some games like this where things are really competitive, people want to look really cool in front of their friends or just in general to a community, they're willing to pay a pretty heavy penny for this kind of thing, and of course they're also willing to pay for boosting services. So I think in general, two-step authentication helps in a big way at locking down and securing the ranked playlist and making it just a safer environment for everyone. Now, the next thing that they're going to be doing, which is probably the most controversial thing that a lot of people in the community have expressed some concern about, is not allowing people of higher ranks to play ranked with people who are lower ranks. So if you can imagine a platinum 1 or somebody that's upper in those higher ranks playing with somebody that is copper or even bronze. Now, we don't know the exact spectrum, so we don't know if it is from platinum to copper. We don't know if it's even smaller like gold and silvers. We don't necessarily know. It could be a possibility that they only allow golds to play with golds, silvers to play with silvers, which in my opinion is probably a little too extreme at this stage in the game. From the beginning, we've had the freedom as players to play with whomever we want in ranked, so long as they are actually at the ranked limit of being level 20. Other than that, a platinum can play with a bronze, a gold can play with a diamond. It really doesn't matter. And again, that scale is really going to be what determines how severe and how serious this is. I know in general though, the community doesn't really like this news because everybody's friends list is different. I know for me personally, my friends list has the entire spectrum of ranks on it. I have diamond players that I play with all the time. I also have copper players that I play with all the time. It really is just a matter of who's available online to play as to who I play with. Now, I'm a platinum myself, and so does it make it wrong that I play ranked with a copper? Does it make it only acceptable if I play with higher ranked platinums and diamonds? I don't know, because in Rainbow Six Siege, you also have to think of the gameplay dynamic that brings. If I'm a platinum player and I'm playing with a copper player, hopefully that copper player is learning from me and he's getting better at the game and he's achieving his goal of getting higher in ranks and stuff like that. And maybe that's an enjoyable feeling for him. At the same time, maybe I'm somebody who likes to help shepherd and likes to help people learn the game, and that's the only real way. If I'm constantly playing with diamonds and platinums, yeah, maybe I'll get a little bit better, but maybe I'm not able to have that kind of dynamic that I like in Rainbow Six Siege. This is a game that is crucial on learning and understanding the mechanics, and it's not something that you can just pick up and do well in. It's definitely something where having a friend or having that wingman that has been playing the game for a couple years longer than you or something like that can be really beneficial to your game personally. And I know that there have been a lot of people that watch this channel that also have learned a lot of tips and a lot of different things because they're watching somebody who is maybe a little bit of a higher rank tell them and teach them these things. So in general, this is something that I'm not a big fan of. I do think that we should be able to have that freedom of playing with whoever we want, but also I do see its necessity. The reality is that nobody likes it when a platinum is teamed up with a copper or a diamond is teamed up with a bronze, because it's not really possible to have an entirely competitive, fair game at that point. You would think the diamond will always play better and will always have the higher KD and will just in general have the better strats, and that the copper or the bronze is being carried, which 9 times out of 10 is the case. But I think one of the biggest reasons why they have no choice but to do this is again because of those MMR boosting services that as soon as they hit ranked, whether they're level 20 and unranked or they hit copper or whatever, they can team up with an entire stack of diamonds and pay to get their way into a diamond. There really is no other way to combat that. Now you could argue that this is still possible. If they do allow golds to play with golds, well then those diamonds will just derank and bring themselves into gold and slowly but progressively increase rank with these people. But I really don't think that people that are already doing this or are taking this serious as far as these MMR boosting services, I don't really think that that'll be sustainable long term for them. That's very, very difficult to do, to continuously lose games, to stay within your rank, and then maybe somebody comes in and they just want to be boosted from platinum to diamond. Well, now you have to grind all the way up to platinum to be able to play with them, and then hopefully while you're in line with them playing, you get diamond together. It's just this really weird, wonky system that I don't think would really work for anyone involved. And I also don't think that the people that are paying the money to be boosted would really appreciate this kind of back and forth pull with something that they want to pay for and something that they want to do. So if Ubisoft does implement this, which again, none of this is concrete and they haven't said that this is definitely coming, but it is some options that they're planning on exploring. But if it does end up being implemented and we do see this happen, then it'll be the single biggest change to have ever happened in the history of ranked in Rainbow Six Siege. But moving on to the final anti-cheating measure that Ubisoft mentioned, and it has to do with our ELO. So basically our ELO, or our MMR as a lot of people like to call it, is our number tied to our rank. So of course you lose a certain amount every ranked match that you lose, and you gain a certain amount every time that you win. So basically with this new feature, if there's a cheater present, you won't lose or gain any MMR in that match. Now this of course can go both ways, because there are those groups that do beat these cheaters, and of course their ranks increase. Now if this is implemented, you will get nothing in a ranked match where a cheater is present, or at least a cheater is detected. In my opinion, I think overall this is a good thing, because you really don't know what's going to happen in a match against a cheater. It could be a complete slaughterhouse where they're just able to turn all of the hacks on and basically have teleportation, wall hacks, and aimbot, in which case there's absolutely nothing you can do. You can't hide from them because they can see you through walls. You can't peek them because they'll just instantly headshot you the second that you move. There's nothing that you can really do about that situation. So in that case, not losing rank actually really helps. I've lost quite a bit of rank because of cheaters, and if this was in place, I wouldn't have. So overall, I see these changes as Ubisoft taking a firm action in trying to combat these hackers and cheaters in ranked. There is no perfect solution, and at least the community can rest assured that Ubisoft is brainstorming and really thinking of some serious ways in trying to deal with this. This is definitely one of the biggest reasons why ranked has remained in beta as long as it has. A lot of these exploits have to be ironed out before we have the true and final form of the ranked playlist. But that's everything, guys. Those are all the changes coming to ranked and my opinions on them. But of course, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Do you think these changes are enough to end the hacker problem on PC for Rainbow Six Siege? Do you have any suggestions of your own? Let me know everything in a comment down below. If you did enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen.
I'm out.